Alright, so I saw Rising Dusk had posted a few potentially cursed seeds that he had seen from the main Monster Train 2 Discord server, so given that I'm starving for some, I figured that would be something good to do. So this one is Rector Flictor with Shade Splitter and Fire's Greed. The profile name. I like it. Yeah, I mean, Rector isn't super good in Monster Train 2, I would say, but he's usually useful at least. He just doesn't have that much of a ceiling. So the combo can definitely be rough. There's a lack of backline clear a lot of the time, and it's slow to scale a lot of the time. But Fire's Greed's a pretty good pyre, so at least that can hopefully give us some decent value. Savagery, okay. This combo doesn't worry too much about Savagery, other than it does struggle to kill the backline sweeper. That's about it, but that might not be a problem if we have enough damage shield and or reform. Though I just don't find reform outside of Hallowed Halls to really be that prevalent of a strategy anymore, which is kind of sad because it's like a lot of the identity of Melting Remnant. But we'll see, especially when I'm starting with Hallowed Drippings. There's just not a whole lot for me to want to reform if that's going to be a card, because that's a really good card that I can scale an entire floor with, and this combo doesn't mind pip upgrades and stuff. Definitely all of the hardest bosses here. We got Crucible Warden, which is okay. I mean, it's not that great. Alright, we got the new Dark Calling. Just allows us to sort of mindlessly put them up top. I'm not a huge fan of, honestly, putting the ability to this one, but I know I was pretty big in the minority on that, and I get it. My thing is, like, Dark Calling really had a good skill ceiling, and people's inability to play him on the bottom or the mid floor didn't warrant turning this to an ability, I feel. But because the other two paths are the worser paths that could use an ability. That's just like how I feel about it, but it's okay. We're obviously going to start Dark Calling because it's just objectively better now. I mean, you can do more with it, I'll say that. One of these cleanses is really bad with Gauge, which is Melting Remnant, and one of these cleanses is really good with Gauge, which is Umbra. Gauge is definitely better in Monster Train 2 because A, it's between 0 and 3, but also equipment. I do like an early Sinner Salve though, but it's less good with Fire's Greed. Since we obviously, we don't get any value out of the shards, it's mainly just calcified embers. So this is a little rough. Gauge could potentially make my deck worse. I mean, it certainly makes it worse immediately, but I think we take Gauge here and just build into it. Gauge is much more takeable than you think. And this -1 shouldn't hurt too much, hopefully. So we can just put him top. Though honestly, I'd probably just put him mid, and so I can feed more Shade Splitters there. And we'll just put the other stuff in the bottom. Let's just have these die. Gotta remember to let these hit me. We just play that. I can just let that burn out. We're actually going to have a hard time filling 3 things up there anyway, so Of course, we get a turn where that can happen immediately when I do that, but yeah, whatever. Can have this guy just die up here, but I think I'm okay just playing these out. Relentless, we don't want to... Probably don't want to take any damage from Relentless. I should have started with this. But it's okay. I gotta put the unit down, I suppose. I'm just gonna leave space. Or redraw into it so it has more burnout. Did I accidentally play that other Vengeful Shard? I think I did. Oh well. I'm honestly just gonna try to redraw these. Alright, whatever. Not a bad round. As you can see, it's like, even with a deck where Gage has no benefit right now, right? It's not so bad. We even had a -1 draw there, so... But we'll see. Molded's a lot less needed with the Dark Calling. Molten Encasement could be actually a pretty good answer to Savagery. I usually don't like this in Monster Train 2, but I think we may have found a deck that it could be okay with. It's much better for running Remnant units though, and we're probably hitting the steel, so... There is that. Also, if I take this, it's kind of a chicken egg here, because I want to be a little bit indiscriminate with my reform tool, I think. But if I take this, I'm kind of inclined to... I mean, I guess I could just get Endless on it. It's not so good having Endless with the Gage, though, because the cost is 1.5 on average, and at least we got the draw, but... Yeah, I don't know. Of course, we could end up with, like, the Tomb artifact. And it would be nice to open up Endless as something here at the Merchant of Steel. I think I will take this, actually. Space Prism's probably fine here. The other option would be making Morsel. Also, with the Gage, the Calcified Ember is a lot less punishing. Mind Collapse is good with Gage, but we already got 2. This could be rough, because I really want to hit this Merchant of Magic here, which means I don't hit that Merchant of Arms. And this Arms is pretty hittable, but that's pretty late. It's the only Arms that's very enticing on this map. I mean, this one could be enticing, but it's like... With my deck right now, it doesn't feel like it wants to be an Umbra deck necessarily, because, you know, the Morsels don't work well with the Molten Encasement. And I have a Rector Flictor with Crit Call. It's not like Crucible Warden's that good of a unit to build around. This is rough. Space Prism's the call, though, if we want to go Remnant. I almost wonder if I should hit this Merchant of Magic, because I'm like, I could probably, with a Crucible Warden, I mean, I can get through without having to hit that Merchant of Steel. Yeah, I think we are going to hit this Merchant of Magic. That way I can open up that Arms. I'm not feeling the Umbra units right now with this deck. Removing Consume here could be pretty good. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so we could definitely remove Consume, could be good. On one of those, if this is a unit that likes it. Ooh, Now this is kind of tough. Do I want to go for Greed or Direction? So the thing with Paraffin Thug is the only way I could make that into a proper carry would be to find a full-on Ember Drain high roll, which would definitely need Furnace Tap. And definitely, actually, it wouldn't even really work because I'm Gauge. You know, Perils is not going to work there. Mind Collapse kind of would, but it's not guaranteed to do that much. So, but it still is worth considering, like, do I want the Thug or the Baron? Because I already have some greed with Fire's Greed. It's not that much, though. It's nothing compared to what Paraffin Thug can do. But, I don't know. I gotta imagine that the Wickless Baron is the call here. You know, we'll get a decent amount of money with Fire's Greed, and I need some direction, and this combo can definitely lack direction. And yeah, this guy's gonna be good. The other option is I could do it with the Space Prison, but that's pretty slow. I think I like it here. I don't know, is this even that good? I'm only having the dregs right now. It's not like Wickless Baron necessarily would go into the burnout pool. He could, if I add like one burnout upgrade to him. It's not out of the question. Beast of Bones taught me that move back in Monster Train 1. It's pretty good with Dark Calling. You just get him immediately going. I guess we can do this. It's not immediately that good, but maybe we'll make it work somehow. I'm actually going to cost reduce these. I'm going to hold the rest of this gold for this arms so we can go big on it. It'd be pretty hard to fully brick the Merchant of Arms, and there's a lot of high rolls. I think we really got to hit that. The -1 is pretty brutal, but we do have the Mind Collapse to help on a lot of these turns. Horrible costs here. I'm putting this one in because I think he's just the better unit to build around for this fight. Alright, we're going to put you down here. We'll play one of these, kill one of them. I'm going to protect you, kill another. See, this doesn't really work with at the moment, but whatever. This guy's gonna hurt me. That kind of sucks. I could give could give space here, but I think we're better off putting it down here. Alright, we like rubber morsels. That'll definitely help us out. I do want to get this hit in. I want to get that into the pool. And the other question is, do I want to get this into the pool as well, or just play that out? I think we want to get this into the pool. Plus it just gets this guy buffed up. If I can somehow kill bottom floor, that would save me some higher health. I could kill this guy. Let's do that. And yeah, this is looking better. This guy will also kill that, so let's get rid of this. Nice, rubber morsel, we love it. This guy's dying. I could stealth this, but I don't know that that's helping me that much here. Kind of just want to get another one of these into the pool, because right now my pool is not going to have 2 units in it. So let's just do that. Really glad to have saved my pyre health 10 there. It's a bit brutal. We can take the guy in the back out though, so that's probably going to help a bit. And we should let that hit us. Do that for good measure. Might have been better off actually just letting the dude come up each floor so I could get a few more shard hits in. Probably would have been a better call than actually killing it at the bottom there. Alright, I like the molded here because it helps me with my taking of the molten encasement. Then again, Dripfall is so good in Monster Train 2. There's also Draft, which is not bad, but also not amazing in Monster Train 2. But that would be a pretty good unit given the consume removed hollow drippings, I suppose. It's also pretty good with the Dark Calling. Yeah, I could almost say it's... With the molded, it might be hard to get value for a while on it. You know, I can still look for endless... I think I'm hitting some steals, right? It seemed like Ring 4 looked like an okay steal. It's not amazing, though. This steal's for sure getting hit, though. And then, I don't know, I could really go either way here at the Ring 7. Not a whole lot of steals getting hit. I could hit this one. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet there. If I'm at relatively full pyre HP here, I may not have that much value going here, because again, I don't know if the Umbra units are that good for me. Ooh, this is kind of a tough choice. Luckily, all 3 of them are good picks, so it's not like tough in like I'm scrounging to find value. It's more just like trying to figure out what's best. Okay, I gotta something I gotta admit here. I've played all these years of Monster Train 1 and then pretty good amount of time in Monster Train 2. This is the first time I'm really seeing what's happening in this Dripfall photo. It's weird, like, I don't know if it's like a mental thing or a visual thing, but I very often with card games, especially like the classics like Magic and stuff, but even Slay the Spire and Monster Train are big culprits of this. Like, I will look at a card art and just not at all understand what's going on. Like with Dripfall, it's wild that I'm actually seeing it right now. So it's like a guy in a bunch of like fluorescent wax, like a sea of boiling fluorescent wax, and he's like drowning in it with his hand up. The wild thing is, I don't even know what I thought it was before. I didn't even see the hand. That's how messed up I am. Like, I got problems. I just thought it was Dripfall, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, drip. It's a drip. I don't know. And then there's like a guy with eyes and hair. I wonder who that is. Doesn't really look like any Melting Remnant unit that I know of. Looks almost like metallic with some curly hair. Tangent aside, I'm just stalling because I don't know what to do here. I feel like the molded is the best defensive play. Maybe Dripfall's best, though. I don't know. I'm like, doesn't Dripfall basically accomplish what I'm trying to do already with a molded and a molten encasement? And I can still kind of make that work with the Rector. I think it's Dripfall. Plus with the Seraph, just being able to move him around would be nice. Mortal Trade is not horrible. I mean, I'll be obviously taking probably double Ember upgrade. It would be nice to take a Pip upgrade, but I feel like with the Space Prism I can probably get away without doing that. And who knows, maybe I can get a Crucible extension. But the Immortal Trade, I don't know. There is some redundancy with the Molten Encasement and the fact that I have a Reform. So maybe not. Making a Morsel would open up Shroud Spike a little bit, so maybe I should just take that. I think I'm okay taking this. Yeah, that Shroud Spike will be good on anybody if I can find it. Okay. Inferno Room, pretty good. If I can go in with Pyre Health to the final fight, I can just not care. And then that already solves the stuff, so... Yeah, and I don't think this is a... And honestly, I can just use that to burn out units. I mean, honestly, I could put the Wickless Baron on that floor and just keep bringing him back. I think I like it. Let's take the VT Blade and then visit the cavern, see what we're working with. Oh, that's a tough choice, because I do have my Pyre Health prepped. This is why we wait on the Pyre Health. I just don't know, is it helping me that much? It definitely makes these morsels better. This brings me back to, like, I really wish that there was, because I have a lot of higher health right now, this is a big sacrifice. Like, I wish there was some additional benefit to the Unstable Shard based on how much Pyre Health you gave up. Like, my thought was, like, thresholds of 20, because you can find this event at ring 7, so it's like, obviously you're never taking Unstable Shard at ring 7, and I don't know, I'm like, I would want a reason to take this ring 7 if they're going to offer it at ring 7, right? And my thought is, like, you know, have it always give 5 and 12 like it does, but also, for every 20 health you sacrificed, give it another stack of that. That's not that ridiculous. So, like, in this scenario, I could take this, and I would be getting 15 attack and, like, 36 health to all my units. I don't think that's game breaking, but I do think that it's worth giving up my Pyre Health for. I don't know that 5 and 12 is worth giving up my Pyre Health, because it's not that I'm giving up. I'm not just giving up 49 HP to get that, right? I'm giving up, you know, what is it? 25 plus, you know, 30. So 50. I'm giving up 90 Pyre Health just to make my units have 5 attack and 12 health. So when you put that into perspective, yeah, you just do this. And of course this goes to waste, but there's just way more value out of having that Pyre Health, I'm sorry. Way more. Plus this is a combo that absolutely can leak a lot. Like, we may have struggles killing tanks, but at least with the Inferno Room, we got the backline clear, taken out. And then Boiler Room, obviously just always good. Now, we should make one of these things deployable, because I can't really reroll here comfortably, but I would totally be able to deploy. I honestly think it should be Inferno Room that we start with. I think that's going to give us the most value. So my thought is we can basically just have the bottom floor be our, just be a boiler room, even though it'll be an inferno room, but really a boiler room of charging up our reforms. So we'll put this here. I'll just put them right in. We can guard you there. So we'll go here. I obviously do want to get this guy into play. It just sucks I don't have the Ember to do anything more with it. But this is nice. They all die, so he's not ever going to be incentivized to come down bottom. Nice. Comes in at 0. Just get these going here. Give that guy a little bit of food. And I can just keep them as the only units coming back. I don't need to play these cards. Right? Might as well keep the pool clean. That guy, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's not gonna... I did kind of fuck that up. It's okay. I don't know that Boiler Room's doing much for me here. So I'll just play this, and I can just scale them one more time. I think we continue doing this down here, even though I do technically have... oh, how are you living? That's kind of wild, the ordering there. So I guess Baron lives because this kills the enemies first. That's kind of wild. Unless I'm missing something here. Or I guess he... yeah, I don't know. Well, either way, let's just put you in front. We do technically have another unit in the pool now. I might as well just bring one of them down. Give him another harvest anyhow. Yeah, and then we'll just do this. No sense doing anything else. I guess I could have played the thing there. I think I accidentally played a Vengeful Shard, didn't I? Bad habits die hard, I guess. He'll be getting some stuff here. I'm just going to let that... Let's see, since you're dying anyway, I'm just going to not play that. And then when this guy comes back up, we'll be able to do stuff there. I actually don't want that to die this turn, so yeah, we'll do this though. I could have also just removed that, but I don't know. I felt like we'll make our stand up here, so... Remember to not play that Vengeful Shard. And then here we can go like this. And that. Let that hit us. Well, we got one Slay on the Bloodthirsty Blade there. Wax and Spike. Alright. Is that even that good? It's not even better than my thing, really. I mean, the nice thing about it is it does apply burnout to the non-burnout units, which is nice, but I guess it depends on what the overall direction of this is going to be. Forever Consumed also might just be the call, because obviously we got the AoE portion solved, but you know, the Boiler Room plus this, plus the fact that we just need to kill tanks, kind of makes me think Forever Consume might actually be the call here. Yeah, I don't really know that Wax and Spike does much for me. It only really if I'm getting like a Paraffin Enforcer, which, you know, I don't know if I am. I think I like the Forever Consumed here. This is a good card now. They did a good job reworking it. I could do one more Wickless Baron. Kind of might be better just to upgrade one of them and Hellvent them, though. Because I don't really have good dupes. I guess I could dupe Dripfall. Is Dripfall even that useful to me anymore? I guess it's It can save me some higher health here and there in the savagery fight. Yeah, I don't have good dupes, which makes me not want to take this. I definitely think we gotta hit the steel though, because I need to get a good dupe, and I'm not guaranteed to have one unless I hit the steel. And even then, I'm not necessarily guaranteed to have one. The Umbra Banner is probably not good. The HP is not very good. I don't know that I like the Umbra Banner. Morsel Master is okay that since we have making a morsel, but not amazing. It's okay, but not great. Probably not worth adding to the deck, especially, I don't know. Wickless Baron could work. Just have, I mean, it's an upgrade to the deck. I should probably take it. The problem with this deck right now is, I almost wonder, like, the problem with the, yeah, so we definitely got to hit this trinkets. My thing is, like, we got to hit the vortexes. The problem is, a lot of these vortexes are opposite Empyrean Wells, which, I don't know, complicates things, but it is what it is. The reason I say we need vortexes is because it seems like we really need to keep our reform pool clean, which means we can't really just willy-nilly play units out. So if I take this, I'm adding another deadweight to the deck, because then I'm just not playing another Shield Steward, but I guess that's just what has to happen, maybe. My thought is, like, I can have one of these eventually just go with Rector and just kind of sit there. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but it might work. So my problem with this is, like, mainly just multi-strike is useful for us. The Umbra Banner is almost certainly not useful for us. Even like a Shadow Eater wouldn't be good for us because it's savagery and I don't know. But Burnout 1 could be okay. It's not really even that good. Smidgestone to be decent. But again, not amazing. Multi-strike's the main thing. And the health is whatever. I'm only gaining like 3 health. And yeah, these Umbra Banner almost certainly not to be useful to me. I guess a Morsel Maker would be useful, but just barely. But yeah, if I 50-50 the multi-strike, then that looks pretty good. But I am now thinking, like, I mean, this is paired with a steel anyway, so I can search for multi-strike there if I have to. The steel's really feeling multi-strike or bust to me, and then it's 2 dead nodes. Whereas over here, this is obviously a chance to brick, but I feel like the chance to brick isn't as high as 50-50. I mean, on the right, it's literally just 50-50. None of the minor upgrades are even that good for me. Like, I guess you could maybe maybe start with some damage shield, but I guess dualism would be okay on the stealth guy to some degree. It's just, I don't know that stealth is that useful to me anymore now that I'm just Inferno rimming the bottom. I think left is probably the call. If anything, at least we get gold. And just hope that it's not the cultist event. I feel like any event other than the cultist event should do something for us. Abandoned Tumber could be alright. They come in at 0 still because they're generated, they're not drawn, and a lot of times that's going to give us a Rubber Morsel, which is just going to be good. I do think, and I'm not even sure comes ring 6 if I'm going to go left here. It depends on what spells I get, but there's certainly some spells where casing could be good. I think I could just buy both of these. Let's check this first, though. Okay. Is it worth even digging further? being able to fly my units around definitely could be good. It would really suck if I hit the 10% here. And I don't know, the stats aren't that big of an upgrade. We should probably just take this. It's not worth the risk. But yeah, this should be good on the Wickless Baron. They can fly around and stuff. Still, though, not an amazing event. That event can be amazing, but just not really with what we got there. Okay, now typically the accumulator is the good flex here, but now that we don't, that was more true when we had to pair units on the floor with Dark Calling. So, and then the other thing is, you know, we're getting more scaling now on Crypt Call than we would with the additional points of the old Dark Calling. And even, I actually think they didn't do this, but it was supposed to be that the third rank you get 3 reforms. I don't think they actually properly added that, though. Let me double check. Crypt Call 3. Yeah, it's still just 2 random units. It's supposed to be 3, by the way, but still, it's 25 attack. I do wonder if in this new world, especially since we have like an Inferno Room, I am wondering if flexing accumulator is not super worth. You know. And the second rank doesn't go up that much. It just goes up 5 attack. But it does go 25 if I go all 3. That's the thing I'm basically... It's basically like, do I want to go Dark Calling 1, Accumulator 2, or do I just want to go full Dark Calling 3? Because I don't think there's much point in going Accumulator 1, Dark Calling 2. I feel like the 25 attack is still pretty slow, though. I do have to wonder if the Accumulator is still the call. I feel like if the Crypt Call like properly gave additional units, then I'd be more inclined to take it. Really, I'd like it to go to Reform 3 and then 4, along with the stats it's doing right now. It always was that I didn't feel there's any point to go additional points in Dark Calling if you're offered Harvest, and I still kind of am thinking that's the case. I thought maybe it might change since it has this 3rd rank power spike, but I don't think so. I think we're better off just getting Harvest, because I'll have I can still harvest a lot on my other floor, and we'll want that for Relentless, I think. Multi-strike, no problem. Most of these guys are going to die to Inferno Room anyway. Alright, horrible fucking costs here, but we should be used to it by now, right? I could just put this guy here. I don't think I'm going to need Crucible Ward in this fight. Probably just want to get him buffed up. Yeah, we'll just get I could get the encasement in instead of the drag, I'm thinking. Then it just kind of makes sense, because this in the pool is better than this. Even though this starts with more attack, it's not going to matter that much. This doesn't do anything, unfortunately. I guess that might have been the reason to do this, but it's only 5 attack, you know, whatever. This guy's gonna hit us some. Maybe I should have played what's his name there. There's no point putting him down there then. Let's put him here. Just get some damage here. It's giving him more attack though, which is not great. think we'll actually go here with this. Oh, I'm so stupid. I was doing this for the 5 attack and I completely forgot that it would that it would do this. Well, I could just put this guy down, salvage this, then I can fly him back up if need be, or fly him back to the middle if I need to. Yeah, let's do that. So 40 plus 8, not enough to kill this, but I do need to at least make it so I'm not taking 2 sets of hits from this. Could just bring this guy down. I mean, I kind of want to bring this guy down though, because then I can kill that. Which means I should probably fly this guy up here. Oh, I am just fucking up left and right here. Alright, so let's bring that guy down. Just get him another 5. We'll kill that. I kind of want this harvest, so maybe I'll just keep him here. And I guess we don't get Dark Calling value, though. 22. I can put this guy here and then just go... So he'll just hit us to 1 set here. No, we did it in the name of money, we'll say. Him dying is not great. I could have also dripfalled this down to get into the pool. Ooh, we definitely don't want this shit hitting us. So 30, it's going to be hard to keep this guy alive. Man. So, I mean, I could, if I put this in front, he's alive. And that thing can get close to dead. I can use Forever Consumed here to kill this, and then that will just die as well. I guess that's fine. So I only need to play this for 2 to kill that. Don't have... Those will both go into the pool, so I don't think I want to play that. It's just kind of a weird turn otherwise. Like, I guess if I only need 2, I could like... Yeah, there's just nothing to do actually on this turn. And I do want these to hit me. I guess we're just doing this. If I thought about it again, maybe I wouldn't have played that and just played that, but it's probably not that important. This deck really wants to hit a Merchant of Magic at this point. Why didn't I? I'm so stupid. At the other Merchant of Magic, I forgot to add +10 to these freaking Mind Collapses. Pretty big mistake, actually, because I could make a lot more decent turns had I done that. But it is what it is, I guess. Reform Pool. I'm going to move this off, and then if I do that, then I guess I can play the other guy bottom and like fly him up to the mid, so this is probably fine. I want to put in as much damage here as possible. Yeah, so we'll go... this. Guess I can't really get Forever Consumed here to hit these. So nothing there. I could throw this into the pool. It doesn't really do anything other than give this guy more damage though. So let's just do that. Alright, looks like that did it. Let's give you that, I guess. And yeah, we got through it despite our mistakes. Oh man, that guy got the kill. Okay. Definitely not getting Memorial for the Melted. Subsuming Blade, probably not that good. I mean, unless I want to kill my own units with it, but I don't know that I can get it going fast enough. They really need to increase the slay on this, but I don't know. Maybe the Wicked Blaze is okay. It would be nice to be able to be a little bit more indiscriminate with my sacrificing of units, because it did suck when this guy didn't come back. And yeah, I mean, it's better with Gauge since, you know, it doesn't have the normal downside of it being way overcosted for what it does. I think we'll take it. These are not great. Probably just won't take them. So I could go either way here. I think this is better though because it has the Vortex. We have the Armory, which is, you know, about as good as the Arms in a lot of cases. The Merchant Trinkets is usually better than the free artifact, just since there's more choices. But the Armory has like the same amount of choices as the Merchant Arms, factoring in no reroll, which obviously we would reroll if we go left though. But yeah, I think there's probably just more value here. That Vortex is pretty big value. We need to get rid of both these Train Stewards. And Armory could be good. Trinkets, there's good trinkets in this combo. Yeah, let's take it. Alright, Footstool's good because we already have one of our things. Let's keep that in mind though and see what's here. So there's also Ember Staff. Okay, we got Weapons Cache. Spell Sanctum. Weapons Cache is not so good because we only have the Bloodthirsty Blade, and this Arms is like questionable. It's probably better than this side most of the time, unless I need that health. This Arms would be tough to hit, I think, because we want that magic, we want Empyrean Wall usually. Still don't have a good dupe though. I basically have to hit Multi-Strike on this unit to have a good dupe. This would still probably be the thing I dupe. It's easier to dupe now that I have a Wicked Blaze. I don't know. I don't know that I like any of these. I mean, I could take the Spell Sanctum. It's, with the Gauge, probably at least on par with Boiler Room. I know I also have the Footstool, so it's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it would make playing these Shade Splitters easier, I guess. Wicked Blaze easier. I don't know. Out of these, it's the only thing that's takeable. I feel like it is positive to take it. The Ember Staff is not amazing, given that I don't want to play my Blights. It's good in the very final 2 fights, because then I don't care about getting money. But I don't know. But it's normally good, but I don't know that it's great here. Especially because the shards are usually coming in at cost, or a higher cost. And I mean, there are some turns where, like, And both my, I have the Bloodthirsty Blade, and I have one additional room that's not going to be played at deployment. Those turns, it might be okay, because then I can play a unit, a spell, and equipment. And then it's good. But, and I don't know, I am definitely playing a unit every turn, and probably a spell every turn, so I just have to wonder if re-rolling here is better. Combustible Wax I probably don't need. I don't see why I would need it when I already have Hallowed Ravings. I think I roll this. Okay. They're all good, but just not that great with what I got going on. There's Double Gorge, probably not it. I still think this should just double the effect of your eaten stuff. Then it would be pretty good, but it just only triggers Gorge. It's like I'm barely even using Crucible Warden as it is. And Waxer Snuffer, I haven't really been using Molten Encasement, but that could change. Definitely could be nice to get double stuff out of that. It'd be nice if the double Extinguish counted for like double Harvest. That would be really good. Technically, I think Boiler Room counts as an Extinguish, so I don't know. Could be positive there. There's also the Whetstone, which right now is not amazing with my Bloodthirsty Blade. It's just kind of hard to use Bloodthirsty Blade with this deck. It was $40, so I felt like it was worth it. It's not really been worth it so far. Am I going to spend even more money on something that's not really doing much for me? It's a pretty big investment for something that would be lucky to get to 20 attack. Very lucky to get to 20 attack by the end of this run. I'm going to have no trample, no multi-strike, no sweep. How's this thing going to do anything, And on top of that, the units that I want to put it on are burning out and dying constantly. I mean, there's definitely a cursed seed, I'll tell you that. There's not been a whole lot of greatness so far. Not a whole lot of greatness. I think I like the Waxer Snuffer though. That at least makes it so my defense is going to be crazy. And for sure we're going to get rid of these. I think I want to get rid of... I think I want to spend some gold here too. We're probably leaking, so I'm going to make money anyway. Just get rid of this. I mean, I could go real hard and go to 60. There's a boons here, so I'm and I'll probably take... I wouldn't take a Heaven's Seal... Or Heaven's, would I take a Heaven's, the Healing Trial, whatever it's called? I don't know. Can't remember the name right now. Heaven's something. Heaven's Grace? What the hell is the name of it? I probably should keep the money, so I don't have to be forced into taking a trial. Reanimate 1, that should be fine. That helps me, I think. Alright, you go down there. You both go here. I want you there. Of course, now I get good costs on them after I remove my train stewards. That's how it goes, though, I guess. Alright, so they're in the reform pool. So I need 7 damage to kill this. So 3. I can play 1 Ember here. Thought is I definitely want to kill it just so I can get those harvests there. I wouldn't mind adding this to the pool. But could delay the scaling on these units. I might just put it here. Are you guys able to do enough damage here? We'll just put you down, keep you scaling for now. It's just 320. If I go for 8x3, what does it do? Is 8x3 enough? Should be. So I can do one here. Would have wanted to do that, but it's fine. Alright. I'm so glad I took that Dripfall, by the way. I can't remember what it was up against, but Dripfall has been quite the godsend. Do that. Reform pool is... maybe a concern here. I mean, so this guy hits this. I just need to follow up with like a drag up top. I'm guaranteed to get one next turn, yeah. So we can just go morsels here. I guess we just go like this. I'm fine with this. And then we won't play that. Yeah, I like this. That actually just takes care of this without me needing to play a drag. This gives 10, so does this. Oh, they lived. I thought they were dead. I guess I could have seen that they weren't. Alright, we get the good damage there. Well, I'm fine with them dying. Just trying to think how else I'm doing this turn. I'm already having 3 in the pool here, which kind of sucks. So I don't think I should play these drags. I mean, at the very least, I should be able to kill this. It's just the next floor I'm a bit worried about. I'm just going to put this here because whatever. I don't actually want to redraw it. I was afraid that it would do the worst thing possible. Well, I can just take the 6 here. It's whatever. It's not that bad. We can start maybe just transitioning to this floor. I should have put him behind. Then I could do the 90 there. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this. You know, probably just do this, right? Reform pools set. I can kill this with this unless I want to just let him hit me. I mean, I can kill him with 2 energy, so I probably should just do this. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that seems fine to me. So I could have put this guy down and fly him down, but now I'm like, well, in the name of potentially min-maxing to try to get my one sleigh here, it's very unlikely, but it's even less likely if I fly this unit on now, so I might as well just let this turn happen. I gotta say, given what our deck was, like, it might have been better that I took Paraffin Thug. But whatever. Oh, Fatal Melting. Not good. These just suck. I really need like a Crushing Demise or something. Crushing Demise would be so good. I don't even know if I should take the Engulfed in Smoke. I'm trying to think what it even does for me. I mean, I should probably take it. It's good. It's not as good as my Molten Encasement is, but the others, just cards, just aren't doing anything for me. Excavation Eruption with Gauge can be good. It's also like potentially just useless. There's really nothing at the uncommon tier other than a Crucible extension that I would want for Umbra in this deck. I could take Grovel, I guess. I don't know if it's worth taking. I guess I'll take it. So if we go left, I guess I'm just going to dupe the Dripfall if I don't get Multi-Strike. Or the Forever Consumed. I think Forever Consumed could be another good one. I don't know which one's more useful. If I go to the right, health could be welcome, even though I'm probably going health. Vortex is obviously really good. As far as upgrades go, double stack we could put onto either Engulfed in Smoke or Dripfall. I probably wouldn't put on anything else. Consume Remove. Honestly, I would consume remove the Space Prism at this point, probably. I don't know. It's hard to say. Holdover, I would probably hold over either the Forever Consumed or the Dripfall. I feel like the Forever Consumed might be the call there. Spell Chain, Space Prism, I guess. Honestly, there's a lot of okay upgrades. None of them are going to be as impactful, though, as a Multi-Strike would be. But there's a wider spread of useful upgrades. A Smidge Stone would still be useful. I mean, it would be really useful to get a Smidge Stone. Holdover Wicked Blaze could also be something. Then I at least am reforming 3 cards a turn, which would be good with the Molten Encasement. And I at least hit the final magic, but this is the only other magic to hit. I could hit that steel. If I hit Pater here, I can still dupe the unit. It does feel pretty shitty to go left, I feel. I mean, let's just think of the scenario where we don't get Multi-Strike. It's like I can get minor stats. I can get a Burnout. I can get Damage Shield. I get a Smidge Stone, maybe. I'm not even guaranteed that. Like, I could totally just miss on both Smidge Stone and Multi-Strike, and then at that point, what am I even doing? I guess Endless could be okay on Molten Encasement. Dualism could be okay on an Endless Encasement, but again, I kind of already have that with a Waxer Snuffer. I do wonder, though, if I'm in such a dire situation right now that I need to search for Multi-Strike. You know, 50% of the time it works every time, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating how good like some of these spells upgrades could be. I feel like I should go to the right here. I really do think that that's the call. I just don't have any good dupes, and I only have a good dupe if I specifically hit either Multi-Strike or Smidge Stone. There's a decent enough chance I don't hit either of those. But if I go to the right, I don't know how I could miss. It would have to be like Permafrost, which is already okay. I mean, I could use it on stuff. You know, I could use it on, I don't know, any of these cards really. Plus 10 damage on the Mind Collapse could be good just to extend the Ember on some turns. Yeah, we're going to the right. Alright, Spell Chain and Intrinsic. Oh, and I forgot I have a Lightstone casing too. Alright, Spell Chain Space Prism seems decent to me. Also, Spell Chain this is okay. It turns it into 10 attack, but it's not that good. I could also just Spell Chain this, Intrinsic it, and give it a double cost reduction for the Permafrost, but that doesn't seem good either. It really seems like this is the call, and I might as well Intrinsic it. I don't see any other cards being necessarily something I'd want to Intrinsic. Plus, it's the only way to get cost reduction on Space Prism since I can't do this. Could just do it on Forever Consume. It's an 80 damage upgrade. That seems decent. Put plus 10 there. If I re-roll now, it's not super great. It's just -2. I can't afford the other stuff that comes out. So obviously we don't want this, and to some degree I don't want all of these dregs, maybe a couple of them. But yeah, we can probably not, we can hold our gold for now. I don't need to spend 60 on another removal. This is going to be a rough fight. Not really, the Inferno Room takes care of a lot of the problems of this fight. Alright, I'm going to put Sanctum up there, put you up there, do the same thing down here. Okay. Just in case. We can put them there. Still let these hit us. I could put this here just to prep it. Sure. Okay. Inferno Room put in work here. Just trying to think how greedy I can be with this. Because I'm very likely to get Forever Consumed coming up, and that'll take care of this. Even if it doesn't, this thing's very close to being able to just maybe... well, I am definitely going to need Forever Consumed if I'm going to kill this next turn. So 30% of the time, I will not draw it. Is that correct? 30% of the time? I think so. Pretty high percent of the time, that thing will really do a number on my pyre. And yeah, for this fight, I don't need to scale that much. I mean, I'll have so much of the stealth. This is fine. I can fly him around if I need to. Good. So, 30, 40. I'll just do this. I know he'll probably... He's probably just going to stick around. I guess I'm not really going to use Crypt Call. So, if that's the case, why don't I just start some of these dregs building? I don't know. Probably shouldn't have done that because I just want to stack stealth for Relentless, right? Because these guys, we're just assuming these guys can get the job done, which I think is a fair assumption. Damn it, alright, I'm already punished. Well, that's fine. I'll just play one of these then. And I'll play it. I don't want to play it there because I want this space. We'll have this also for Relentless to some degree. $320, not bad. It's a lot of damage. Alright. We'll right our wrongs here. Starting to come together, like the game plan of this deck. I should have played this first. Well, since it's not dying anyway, let's just bring it down. We can do that. Guess we just kill this. I mean, this thing dies anyway, so might as well. Alright, we'll remember to play this first. This as well. Granted, this isn't dying here, but that's fine. We don't really need it to not at this point. Can bring you down. Infernarim is just saving my ass. Alright, we got him, and his Bloodthirsty Blade up to 12. Big money. Big time money. Got the Slay there, 13. Nice. It's now beating a razor sharp edge. Okay, Hallowed Hall's potentially pretty good. There's the Resin Blade. That's a way to get multi-strike. There's the Glutton's Maw, which is obviously good, but maybe not here. I'm trying to think Hallowed Halls is any good here. I don't even know that Hallowed Halls is that good here. It's good, but is it beating a Resin Blade? And let me think about this. There's probably some rough math we can do here. I mean, they cost the same. Hallowed Halls can technically cost less. So could Resin Blades, though, given that oh no, that's not true. We already saw the artifact go by. So Hallowed Halls could cost less because I could cost reduce it. Resin Blade. There's also only one dupe in our future. Resin Blade adds burnout in the turn that you do it. It's robust. I mean, I can merge it if I want to hit him arms, which maybe I do. I could hit this merchant arms, I guess. If I take this, we should hit the merchant arms, because then I would merge it with a bloodthirsty blade. Then it can start to gather a little bit of stuff and a little bit of stats, I mean, and if the unit does happen to die, it goes back to hand, and then I just keep using it. It's a pretty good card. I feel like it's resin blades, but I'm thinking like is the math actually working out better for Hallowed Halls, because then I don't really care about the reform pool that much, because I'll have 7 pip on my main floor. I could also take a pip upgrade if I'm going to take Hallowed Halls, because I got Ember with my rooms, and if I do that, I can get all these dregs reforming. That's more harvests for me, along with the 5 attack that I'm going to be scaling each time I play it. But I don't know, if I don't get holdover on it, it's pretty hard to build around, whereas the Resin Blade just kind of does what it does. I feel like it is Resin Blades. Yeah, Resin Blades, and then we go Merchant Arms. And then we can just continue with our Ember upgrade. Yeah, more high roll potential on the left too, I would say. Because if I get like a Void Armament, I would YOLO that, I think. Okay, I mean, I could also just take the Glutton's Maw. I mean, we don't care about the Gorge. Like, I can just put this with the multi-striking equipment, and, I'll get 15. I mean, that's more than Bloodthirsty Blade is already getting me. So, like, I can just merge it with that. And we can eat the other unit and just bring it back each turn. I like it. I like it. We can just eat the stealth unit. There's also the Zone of Silence. We already have 3 rooms. I don't think I take that. It is really good, but I don't see it being good for us. I think we should roll before we merge. Let's also take a look at this. Oh wait, the caverns, I mean. Uh-oh. This should give me money, right? Ooh, that's rough. I kind of need my pyre health, but I got so much to spend here, I think we should do this. Okay, that's not great. If I accidentally play Inferno Room, it's still fine. We'll take it. It did give me gold. Nice. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. Okay. Probably should just... Why didn't I just give that up for 25 bucks? That's not good. Is it? Alright, I'll do 25 there. God, those were all horrible. You know what, though? It's worth it. We still got 90 health. That's like as much, and we'll replenish some of it. So, and who knows? We get a Holy Stone. I'm okay with it. I definitely should have not taken the Pyrostone Housing, though. There's literally no possibility that it can do anything for me. Stasis Crystal's not horrible. I don't know who I would put it on. I guess the Crucible Warden. It's pretty slow. I probably shouldn't take it. So yeah, let's merge this with this. And we'll deploy it as well. Because we do want that right off the bat. Do we really want that off the bat? Not. I guess we do, because we want it to. We can still use it, even if it adds to 1 burnout, And then the unit dies, but then it comes back to my hand, so it's fine. It's a beautiful card in that way. So we got a lot of money now. Let's purge out. It's pretty apparent we're not going to be using these dregs, so we just don't need them. They're dead weights in the deck. Get rid of as many as possible here. I'll leave the 120 gold, though. That might be useful coming up. And yeah, we'll just go with the other accumulator here. You can see what I mean, though, where there's not much upside with Rector. It's like, he's useful, but he's not gonna, like, hard carry a run by any means. Mark of Invasion is a little rough here. I can do it. It's a lot of gold. But I kind of have... You know what? This is fine. This is what we're gonna do. Manifold Mirror, Inferno Room, let's go. This will be fine. So we're gonna Inferno Room first. That way we have Inferno Room on every floor. And then we'll go on this floor. We'll just replace it. And then, since this guy has the ability, we'll I guess just use this. Yeah, this is fine. That way this guy can get the we'll just do it like this. Kind of lame that we didn't get any units there. Oops, I need to, I wanted a rubber morsel. Okay, we want to make sure he dies. I mean, that won't be a problem. He dies to burnout because he's harvesting too much. So I don't want to play this because I want to get him down to this floor. Him dying's fine. Obviously, we play these. Kind of a lame turn. I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, that's the turn. Could have also drip followed the other guy to that floor, but whatever. Oh, really? You're going to come in at 4? Okay, that's not what I thought would happen there. I guess it makes sense. Well, that's definitely something to keep in mind. This is fine. We're just going to go like this. We're just going to have to do it a little different here. So go like that. And that. I guess this guy should go up here and die. Unless I want the 2 harvests for these units, but it seems like it would be more useful for the harvest just to happen up here. Yeah, that's fine. Guess he should have went bottom. There was more harvests there. I guess this guy should go down here. I don't know. It's iffy. Oops. That guy was already dying. Why did I put the guys up here? So stupid of me. I am dumb. Well, reform pool's gonna be messed up, but what are you gonna do? Oh, I can't use my ability. Damn it. Well, I could if I killed that thing, which we can totally do, so... Should be fine. Okay, we got the Wicked Blaze, so that saves us there. There's no sense letting him die down here. I mean, he can burn out here, so why don't we... Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's do that. And then... I guess I don't want to put him up there. I don't know. I guess I just let him die. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's just weird. The whole thing is weird. It's not easy for me to navigate this. Alright, let's do this so that I don't have to worry about that anymore. I could just move that guy down. I don't know if that's the best idea. That is not the fucking unit that I clicked. I fucking for sure clicked that, but okay, if you say so. Okay, still not dead, but this should be able to finish it off. Plus we can do this. Let's do this. Oh, that thing dying would have killed it here. Probably should have just let that happen. It's fine. Might as well just stack this up. Oops, you know what, it's fine. We need to add something to the reform pool anyway. Why not let it be that? Why not let it be that? Why not? Wow, my mind is just something else today. Might as well bring this down, huh? I mean, 55. Might as well get the extra harvest down here. This guy is going to be in for a rude awakening here. Well, somehow this deck kind of worked out, huh? I think we might be able to do this. Crushing Demise would have still helped a lot if we could have found that here. There are some pretty tanky ways, but I think if we Hellfent the Forever Consumed, or if I can just get a holdover on it, we're fine. I think that's the main thing we need to do. Cannibalize is almost worth taking. I mean, we sacrifice once, we can sacrifice again. I don't know if it's worth adding. It's not worth adding. We need to hit Forever Consumed as much as possible. Shade Lamp. I don't need more morsels. Fade's First Blade. That's good. For sure, we'll take that. I can Holy Stone this Forever Consumed. That seems really good, actually. Especially since we're going to Hellvent it. I get the full X cost. I'm not going to YOLO a -2 on it anyway, so... double stack Hallowed Drippings might actually be the call here, because we're going to have enough stealth, obviously. Dripfall would be the other one. But I think we just don't want our units to lose burnout. Shadowbox, Flicker's Liquor, these are all good. Are they needed? I don't know that Shadowbox will play, though. Like, I'm not actually playing that many morsels. Certainly could be some welcome damage, though. At the time, I probably need it, right? Which would be in the late rounds, but I think the Forever Consumed, I don't know, let's just see what we can get there. Put a 10 there. Alright, no holdover. Could just -1 it. I wouldn't really need it to be intrinsic. Could intrinsic that again. I could. Can I double spell chain it? I doubt it, right? Yeah. We really wanted like Consume Remove or Holdover, I think, but it's okay. These Ember costs probably don't beat a Flicker's Liquor. And then just probably a removal. Unless we think a spell chain on something is better. Or just Ember Reduction on here. And spell chain something else. Spell chain the Dripfall is probably fine, actually. I think I like that. And then I can cost reduce. I think I still cost reduce this though, since we're Hellhunting it. Okay, this is a crazy deck. Definitely a Cursed Seed, but Inferno Room has just been hard carrying this run. Oh my gosh, Inferno Room. I think we're good though. The health we're going to lose, we're going to make back. I can play Vengeful Shards again, which is nice. For this one, we definitely don't want Inferno Room on every room, so let's take the Boiler Room to everything. I still think we want the mid-floor for our main stuff. Let's get you, or I guess you here. We can fly you off. I guess what's his name will be here though, huh? Fly you here and then eat you. You're gonna die though. I guess that's fine. The Boiler Room will giveth and taketh. Not the best turn. Definitely want to do that. I guess I could just not eat here as well, but that doesn't seem that useful. I can just replay this, actually. Okay, yeah, we can keep him alive. I guess we're inclined to do this. And then I actually want the stats here. I do want you up there. Can put this here. Looks like we're bottom decking the Molten Encasement, but it just is what it is. So I'm allowed to play these now. what the both of these are. I think I should just keep this around instead of eating it at this point, right? Just let him get hit for 249. Burial room should be here, so this should go here. Wow, we are literally bottom decking this fucking card. I think we'll still be fine. But yeah, definitely some bullshit. We still eat one of these. Maybe... I guess I eat this. This guy may not be able to finish that off. But, whatever. Yeah, I probably should have been eating the Baron. I don't know. Hard to say. Alright, we just need an attacking morsel here and we'll be fine. There we go. Alright, we'll make up for lost time now. Might as well just bring this guy down and daze him twice. We can just daze him enough times and we'll be fine. I don't really want to redraw these, but I also don't want to risk like my reform pool getting fucked over. It's also not that bad if the reform pool gets fucked over, though. I'd rather just not redraw these, I suppose. Damage there. Maybe I didn't need the damage there. I think the threshold was actually fine at 53. Okay. Alright, we got it anyway. Last one of them. Just realized that guy was living because of the Titan skin. That's kind of weird how that worked out. I would have thought it killed them all like uniformly. Right, that guy's dying. They're both dying. Nice. This deck has, like, basically just enough juice to get it done. Should have used that first, but it's all good. I guess I could do this. Yeah, and then we can go... try for a better one here since we got some to spare. Yeah. Alright, we'll just do this. And then this guy is close to being able to get killed. I should hopefully have Dripfall or another Forever Consumed if I need it. I am going to throw this into the pool. $83. I'll have enough with the reformed morsel. And I have Dripfall anyway. But yeah, you can go there. That kills that. Put those there. Put that there. I just need to Dripfall one of these guys. I can also save some health by doing that. Yeah, this should be fine. That thing's dying good. Alright, that guy's gone. We will be fine with our amount of stuff here. Guess I should have actually killed one of them, since it would have saved me more health, but whatever. Too late now. Won't matter much. Definitely should have done that, but it's all good. Alright, they're dead, so we're happy. I really like this run, I gotta say. It was a pretty fun one in that, like, I feel like I made pretty good. There was really not much power overall, but like I feel like I made good decisions that obviously maybe some of the, like, maybe those steals had multi-strike and then the run would be easier if that happened, but I do think that the route I took really, like, showed a survival path of hitting pretty middling stuff, I feel, but not searching for like multi-strike, right? Even though we technically found multi-strike, but that was like, no matter what you did on that run, you would have found it because it was in a overall card reward. So same thing, I think. No Inferno Room to everything. We'll just go Inferno Room here. And then this guy gets the eating. And yeah, just put this guy up here. That looks good to me. I mean, it will be a slow deck. And I'll make this time I will properly eat this unit, I think. Then I can bring it back. Got this. Let's see. Is anything like, what the fuck is getting cost reducted here? I'm like, apparently nothing useful, but whatever. Okay, I think we still are okay here, but Jesus. Okay. I mean, I might as well just throw that there. could put it here if I don't want to eat it again, but probably best just to put it there. I think we don't want to daze this guy. I'm fine dazing this guy again, and we'll put the damage on him. Alright, this, that. Okay, we at least don't bottom deck this anymore, which is nice. So we'll go here, there. Things are looking real nice. Since the reform pool doesn't have a morsel in it, I should add one to it. That way this guy can get another morsel if he needs it. It's a good one too. That thing dies. We'll go there. Yeah, nothing else to do this turn. I guess we can eat a spell shield if we need to. I don't even really need to play these, I don't think. But we'll see. Why didn't that bring back the morsel that died? Didn't I throw a morsel away? And then it didn't. I guess I'm generating too many. Wait, how am I? Not only did it not give that morsel back, it didn't give me a whatever morsel, but I should have been able to draw it. I'm only drawing 7 plus the 1 generated card, so why did it not generate me a morsel? Oh, you know what? Looming fucking Dark Shard, that's what happened. And then I did that, which made that overdraw. Okay, I am just... That's a pretty bad mistake, but it is what it is. Guess at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. So Reform Pool only has that in it. I might as well add another harvest here. And I could add some damage. It's only about 40 damage, but I guess we should do it. You never know. Alright, let's try not to make the same mistakes twice. Alright, they're dying, so we're happy there. And again, we do have space here, so I might as well sacrifice one of them. I guess this damage should go here. This guy might die to corruption. I'm trying to think. I think he out-harvests it for the most part, but maybe eventually he won't. I guess I could fly him back if need be. I don't think I want to drip fall him. I could drip fill this guy if I felt like it, but I feel like my attack is still pretty low. This guy's eating well. And we have space there, so we'll again just throw that guy in. I could put this damage here. I think I should put it here. I'm giving them a little bit of damage. Doesn't really matter, though. As long as they're dying. Yeah, Dripfall. It just doesn't really make sense to Dripfall anything this turn, I suppose. I guess I could Dripfall this. I don't want to give this guy incant, just in case. I guess why am I worried about incanting that guy, though? Because it doesn't matter. I don't know, I'm not playing. I'm glad that the easiest fight is the fight I'm deciding to play like an idiot. Because, yeah, I am just out of my mind right now. It's been a long run, so definitely not in my most intelligent of states right now. Could do another one of these. That doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I unfortunately messed that up. It doesn't really matter though. Like the stealth in this fight doesn't technically matter. If anything, I should be like maybe just creating another floor here. This guy has enough damage shield. Yeah, even getting these guys buffed up doesn't matter too much. I'm technically messing up my reform pool here, but it's fine. Like I said, we have enough stealth to last us quite some time here. Looks like we don't get punished anyway. Drag's already in there, so we shouldn't really add another one. They're all dying. I should just... That's... Oh my god, 1,200 damage. That is insane. Such a good... Like, that is amazing. This is like an... This is the first time I've seen, by the way. This is what I feel all of the damage X-Cost cards were designed to be, but never actually were. But now this card finally is that. It's like, oh, okay, finally I get payoff for like big Ember into a card. Boom, baby, 12. How do you like it? So now that he's dead, we can start pouring over at least that damage into Entropy. We still got a long ways here with Entropy though, but I can hit him big. I got 10 Ember here. I can hit him big. I don't even think I want to play this. This. Yeah, I think just hit this here. I don't know, maybe I should just hit it here. Am I going to regret not doing it here? Because this is the hardest wave. I most likely, I mean, I'm guaranteed to get a Forever Consumed and a Dripfall to deal with it, so I think I should just pour this in to this. Plus, look at that, I'm healed back to full. It's actually just awesome. I love it. I love it. Forever Consume, one of the best glow-ups of the Lost Arsenal, I gotta say. Alright, we got the Dripfall if we need it. This is not so good this turn, so Yeah, we'll just use it here. Do want to keep some energy for next turn. Might as well hit that again. And might as well add that there. Might as well have that die. Might as well not take this damage anymore. And I'll just draw more cards. Yeah, from now on, Dripfall should go up top. Alright, we got enough stealth here. Maybe we should just start doing... Well, I was going to say we could put it down there, but these still need more health. I guess we'll still do this then. Oh, he's not dying. It's actually okay. I still end up doing more damage here then. I could also just start flying this guy around if I needed to. I don't think I need to, though. But we can put both of them in the pool then. This does some damage. Oh, I should... Yeah. Now, Crucible Warden did provide some stuff this run. He was okay. This thing dies. It doesn't die if I do this. Alright, we can finish this fight now, though, so we should. Beautiful, and I can finish it with full health. Alright, I like that run. I definitely like that run. Oh, I could have done this to actually finish it with the spell there. Yeah, maybe more fitting that Wickless Baron gets a kill. That is actually the exact difficulty level that I would like your average run to be in this game, I feel. It's like not as ridiculous as Slay the Spire Ascension 20, but it's still like pretty challenging, not to like some ridiculous degree. But I had to think, and I was allowed to make mistakes, but I couldn't make endless mistakes, and I couldn't just autopilot everything, right? Other than maybe the final fight, but yeah, I really like that run. So that came from the main Monster Train Discord. I should keep an eye on that to see them come through, because it was, I think, a pretty tough run, at least with what we had. It felt like, it just sort of felt like everything was reasonable in its difficulty. The BT Blade only ended at 16, that's fine. But yeah, basically, Rector Flicker main purpose for most of that run, Dark Calling, it just sort of helps a little bit to give direction, I feel. That's about all you get out of Rector. It would be nice if there's a little more chance for like high rolling, but it is what it is. I would have liked his Burnout Path to have the ability, I think, because Burnout Path is super boring, and if he could just like interact with Burnout somehow, that would be cool. But it's fine. You know, this run was definitely easier since it had the Crypt Call ability. But I just felt like that, I guess my thing is like, that's the path I don't feel needed help, and the other paths needed more help. But yeah, Inferno Room, definitely the MVP of this run. It did quite a lot. And then, of course, you know, all the rooms were good. I mean, Spell Sanctum allowed us cost reductions, and then the Boiler Room still, like, gave us so much energy to synergize. And honestly, this card also gets MVP, Forever Consumed. I mean, such a great glow up on this card. And finally, you know, I was mainly just using it for most of my runs, for like reasonable Ember, and it's still good. But in this run, you see the more high end of it, where it's like, oh, I can pour like 10 to 13 energy in this card, and it's like one-shotting Savagery. I mean, not one-shotting him, but, you know, doing giant damage to him which greatly accelerated that fight. And if we, the Holy Stone made it so we're fully healing as well, but if we didn't have Holy Stone, it still would have accelerated the fight fast enough that we would have not ran out of pyre health, right? And it's just, yeah, really good at killing tanks. It's a great answer to not having like a bunch of strikes or something. A lot of front-loaded damage. Dripfall, as good as always is. Dripfall is just like, if you want a heuristic with Melting Remnant, you're pretty much always good to take Dripfall if you see it. There might technically be a better choice, but you're never going to be sad to have taken Dripfall, trust me on that. And Trippings, mainly used it for the burnout extension, I guess, which we probably didn't really need ultimately, but it's still giving extra damage with the Fade's First Blade, so it was pretty nice. Yeah, I really like that run, though it took me quite a long time to complete it. I may not be able to talk much more here, but let's just see what the original submitter did. So they did end up going with the Unstable Shard, which I still think, I will say, ultimately, with how the run went, I probably would have been fine to take it, but at the same time, I don't really know that it would have relevantly changed anything about the run. I think it was just maybe unnecessary risk. I can already see some big differences in the run, though. So it looks like they went with the full Crypt Call, which I guess is fine. I don't know that we gained that much out of the Harvest Rector, but I still think it just had potential for more value to flex in Harvest. They had a similarly useless Bloodthirsty Blade, had that as well. Then with the Memorial of the Melted, I'll look at their deck, but I don't really like this, just given what everything I saw in the run, but maybe they saw something different. Iron Tongue, we didn't see that. I would have definitely liked to see it. That's pretty good, but at the same time, it might not have been that useful to me. It still would have been okay on like Rector, I guess, but since we already have Inferno Room, it's like that on top of the Inferno Room might be a little redundant. It's still a pretty good weapon, though. They had a dualized Crucible Warden. I think this is maybe overkill, but, it is something. They took the Draft, so I think the Draft was what I took Dripfall over. I guess if you're going full Dark Calling Rector, it makes sense to have a Draft. I don't know that I like Burnout 2 on it, though. I mean, if you're going full Dark Calling, don't you want this thing just to automatically reform the first turn you see it? So I don't know that I like the Burnout there. They do have a Dualism, Molten Encasement. It looks like they just took very different paths than us on this run. Just based on the Merchant of Steels that they've hit, right? I don't even think we even hit one, right? Yeah, we never hit one. But they've hit a few here. You can tell at least two, since they have the dualism on two different units. They got the Wickless Baron, and this as I can see here, I see no multi-strike, and obviously they would have wanted multi-strike. This kind of outlines it to me, right? It's like you could go to those nodes, and if there's no multi-strike, you're not really getting that much value. It's like, well, I can get a dualism on a Crucible Warden and add more damage shield, but I didn't need more anyway, right, with my vanilla Warden, and same with the encasement. It's like, well, I could get Endless or dualism on it, but again, it doesn't actually help the unit really that much in the context of everything we see in the run, especially, this like Waxer Snuffer and stuff, right? And even on that note, I think with a dualism and on both of these, I don't know that I would spend money on a Waxer Snuffer and a Foxlice Fangs, because I know those were at the Merchant of Trinkets. So I just don't think those are useful things of the money to spend. They have double Morsel Maker. It's pretty slow scaling. I'm fine with one of them for Crucible Warden, but I also don't know that I love the Sinner Salve here when your fire is greed. Obviously our gauge, we didn't really hit any of the big stuff for gauge that you'd like to see, like a Gem Trove and stuff like that, but it still was fine, right? It was still like very positive, I would say. And then obviously made easier once we found the rooms and stuff. But there's just a lot you can find for Gage to be pretty good. Plus, there's already Mind Collapse in the opener, which helps it a lot. So yeah, I think overall, I also don't see an Inferno room, which, I don't know, I feel like I definitely would have took the Inferno room. Maybe they didn't go to that ring on ring 3, but I also am like, I don't know, I think that might come down to Gage as well, right? The Gage pushed us toward knowing there's very high chance that there's a high value Merchant of Arms, right? You know, think of everything we can find there. It's like you got the high Ember rooms or Ember generating rooms, Ember reducing rooms. You have high cost equipment like Avoid Armaments, stuff like that, or the Gorge equipment, any of those, or the Burnout equipment, right? We could have also found that technically, but and then even just stuff that doesn't necessarily interact with Gage. We're just talking about spread of what's good at that armaments, like even like a Fight Club would be all right, for example. And then obviously Inferno Room was amazing. Fatal Melting, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know that. Are you losing enough of your own units for Fatal Melting to be worth it? I mean, you already have an Iron Tongue for AoE, so, you know, Fatal Melting just, I don't think, will do enough damage. I also, yeah, there's also not a, I guess you have the Hallowed Halls, but also not the Forever Consumed, right? So actually, the 2 MVP cards that we have are just not in this run. Now, one of them, the Inferno Room, comes down to like, well, they didn't go Merchant of Arms ring 3. I know given the route that I did, it made a lot of sense to go there, but maybe in their run it didn't make sense, so I can't really fault them for that necessarily. Plus, they technically have Iron Tongue, which should serve the same purpose, but I think I can fault them for taking Center Salve instead of Volatile Gage, because your Fire is Greed. It's like there's just no advantage to Center Salve other than it's helping your Calcified Embers get played, right? Whereas the Gage is giving you a ton of upside with not really that much downside, I feel. Especially if you do kind of path into trying to make it work. But also, yeah, I think the one thing I would definitely fault them for would be not taking the Forever Consumed. That was, you saw the power level of that card, right? That was just an absolutely amazing card. The true powerhouse of the run. But yeah, anyway, that was a really fun one. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.